Live. We're live. Welcome, welcome everybody to the Mum-Freedom-Preneurs Hangout. And our topic this week is how to trust your heart and take inspired action. But before we get into that, I want to go through and introduce everybody here that's on the panel. We got some more coming and going. We're literally across the globe right now. I am Valerie Jampolsky. I am the Abundance Mum-Freedom-Preneur from Abundance Now, and I am here in Los Angeles. It is now 7:15 in the morning here in Los Angeles. Sorry for starting a little bit late, a little bit of tech issues going on my end. And I am a single mom. I've got twin 6-year-old boys. And normally I'd give them a little naked kid alert because they tend to run around. They like to run around au naturel, but they are in the other room right now, and I don't think they're coming out. And I actually used to be an entertainment attorney, and I made a very powerful decision. I feel so blessed to be here because I made a powerful decision when I was very pregnant with my twins sitting in my office surrounded by all my stuff. And I realized that if I didn't do something, if I didn't really make a big change, I was never, I was really going to be with my kids, able to really watch them grow up. I mean, I might be watching from a distance, but I was going to be there for all those precious moments. My kids were going to be raised, never mind daycare, my kids were going to be raised by nannies, and that's not why I went through so much to have those children. And, you know, and I also had this other powerful epiphany that there's so much more to me. There's so much more to what I had to give to the world than what I was doing with what I was doing as an attorney, just really, you know. And that there was, for me, it's all about really kind of the topics that we're talking about today, really helping people to see what's possible for themselves inside of themselves. And, you know, I just feel so grateful that I can do what I do and travel and you know, be home with the kids, mine are homeschooled kids, and just, you know, live the life that I really want to live, you know. Not having to ask permission when I want to be there for special things with my children or my family, or to travel or do anything that I want, that I can just do whatever. I can live the life that I want to live. So I feel very, very blessed. And, you know, we'll get, you know, we'll get more from a lot of us on all these topics, but we're going to dive into the topics soon. I'm going to pass it on over another part of the planet. Irina! Bright and shiny where you are.
Hi, I'm speaking all from Portugal. My name is Irina. I'm very excited to be here on a Monday because Mondays usually there wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm hearing with you. I'm hearing you with the feedback.
Okay, hang on. I'll mute myself out.
Okay, thank you. So as I was saying, I'm very happy to be here on a Monday because Mondays for me used to be an awful day. I have to confess, because I was an attorney just like Valerie. I wasn't happy by being a lawyer and by having a schedule and to work here in Portugal is 9 to 6. So everything, I was just feeling that something was missing in my life. And when I became a mother, I realized that it was time for me to live a real life, a life with a meaning, a life with a purpose. One of the things I love to do is to think. When I'm thinking about my life and what I'm doing, I normally think, how do I want that my children speak about their mother in 70 years from now? Was I a frustrated mother, a sad mother, or was I the opposite? Happy, with the light, with a very shining light, helping other people, living my life, the life that I wanted to live. So when things get difficult to me, hi Lucie, welcome. When things get difficult to me, I usually think about it. What do I want my children to say about their mother? And that's why I decided to live an inspired life, to hear my heart and to live the life that I really, really want. Here in Portugal is 3:20 p.m. in the afternoon. It's a sunny afternoon here in Portugal, and I'm very happy to be here and hope that you, who is listening to us, will enjoy this hangout as much as I will.
Yes, and everybody watching, you know, shout out in the comments where you're watching from, even in the replay. Even in the replay, you're watching this in the replay, let us know where you're watching from. Time and space really have no actual meaning, not really. Whole other topic. But yeah, definitely shout out in the comments where you're watching from, and we'll go in and we'll say hi, either in the comments or live on the Hangout here. So now, Lucie, you're having technical issues, but you're back. You're on. Yay!
Hello, darlings. Yeah, I had a bit of a tech issue. I'm having all kinds of tech issues. My hairdryer won't work either. How is everyone? Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm Lucie. Hair's soaking wet. Sorry. I'm in the UK. It's 3:20 here at the moment. Didn't think I was going to get on actually because my phone was playing up and my laptop was playing up. So, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm a little bit behind. I'm not entirely sure what we're talking about, but I'll listen to you ladies, and as always, I'll pick up on it and I'll catch you all up. So carry on. Get on. Get on. If I disappear, it's because I'm trying to get my hair dry.
Gotcha. Yeah, our topic today is how to trust your heart and take inspired action.
Got the topic. Yeah, no problem. Brilliant.
Yeah, I knew you could do that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pull out Meital all the way around the globe.
All the way from Melbourne. So I'm Meital and I'm from Melbourne. It is 20 past midnight at the moment, and I'm so happy to be here once again. It's very hard. I know it will be easier for me because now the daylight savings over, so I don't have to get up at 2 o'clock, but at midnight it's still alright, and then I can function the next day, so it's all good. Yeah, so I have a 3-year-old boy, and if you're talking about inspired action, I think ever since we got into that group, and all the beautiful moms doing what's trying to live their life by their terms. I think nothing is by mistake. When I took the first step to actually be part of this, it was about that. Something needed to be changed in my life, and I took inspired action, and I think I'm doing quite good. That's all.
I love it. For those who couldn't hear, yeah, she said Australia. She's in it's Melbourne, Australia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Meital is in Melbourne, Australia. So we are literally spanning the globe right now. So I was just checking to see here. Yeah, we can just see what the comments are on the page for just a sec. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna hop out here a little bit. Whoops, come out here. First on the topic, and trusting your heart and taking inspired action. There's so much in all of this, but it's like a lot of people, at least I know a habit of mine that I'd fallen into is the functioning of just kind of like forcing your mind into doing things. And one of the things that I've discovered, and it's a powerful thing, and Sarita, who's often on here, shout out to Sarita, is it's a really powerful thing when instead of just trying to force things from your mind, the most powerful stuff really comes from within. And whether you want to call it from within, whether it's tapping into your higher self, or whether it's listening to the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, but that we are so much more than a lot of us realize that we are. We're so much more than our circumstances. You're more, if you're watching this, you are more powerful than you could possibly imagine. There's a greatness within you that's just like wanting to come out. And the key is really to listen to your heart and take inspired action. Well, how the heck do you do that? How can you to access that? There's a lot of different ways, and I don't know. Have any of you ever felt like maybe in the process of what you do here with what we do, because a lot of what we do comes from that. We have of course what we do. We have a blueprint. We have steps and all that. But like Meital was saying, just we're all of a sudden you feel this urge to do something, right? Something will come on going, well, maybe I should go here. I should go there. And next thing you know, you've found something that's like right under your nose that's allowing you to do something really powerful. But a lot of times, people don't take the action. People don't jump. They don't whatever it is in the moment. It could be something as simple as giving a smile to someone. As to for me, it was jumping into this business as well. But just even within it, being open and available and aware that there is inspired action. Like there's this constant broadcast of brilliance that we have access to if we open ourselves up to it. For me, a lot of the things that I do, meditation is a really powerful thing. Listening to inspired audio, reading, a lot of the things that we do, and then on top of that, having a conscious awareness of an intention, even before I do something. If I do, even before this hangout, I was I set an intention with myself, saying, okay, I'm opening up so that the most powerful thing comes flying through my mouth, comes flying out of me, so that someone who's watching this, whether it's now or you watching this in the replay, can be inspired. Something that'll inspire you in your life. Something, and just being open and aware for that. For me, it's like a little tickle. Something comes inside and feel like to do this. It's like it's time to do this. And every time I've taken that action, something powerful has happened. Instead of judging it and going, well, maybe no, or not me, or whatever. No, listen to your gut, listen to your heart, and that's where brilliance can actually flow out of you. For those of you that maybe have never done meditation, and you think meditation is about shutting your mind off, which it really isn't. I think it is, but it's not. It's actually opening up to the greatness of who you really are. It's opening up to that broadcast. There's a really wonderful guided meditation you can access if you go to every Sunday at 6:30 a.m. Pacific, which, oh my goodness, translate that. That is 9:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. in Perth, and I guess that's now, 11:30 in the rest of Australia at this time, I think. Translating it, what is that? Figure out what that is in the UK. You guys can figure that out in Portugal. But there is a live worldwide meditation you can access. At agapelive.com. We'll put it in the chat, but you can also catch it in the replay. It's actually there in an archived, where there's an explanation of what it is and an actual practice of it. So there's just one opportunity for that. As far as audios in our community, we've got amazing audios and books and everything, and maybe everybody can recommend maybe some of the books that they love or some of their favorite audios. I know I love one of the Inner Circles. There's one on vision. There's one on speaking the world into existence. There's some really beautiful ones that we've got. But I'm going to pass it on. Everybody's pop out. We're going to keep this as jumping in and out as a share thing. Irina, what's your take on all of this and how you
well, Valerie. Sorry, let me. Sorry, Valerie. A few years ago, when I was at college, I started to meditate and I started to read some development books. But I started to do it. I did it a few months, then I stopped because I think I wasn't ready for my mission in life. I don't know. It was a sort of introduction to inspired life. But the things that I read and the things that I heard and all the things that I took contact with, they stood in my heart and in my mind. So I finished college, I started work, and then the rat race begins, and I forgot all of that inspired things that I've heard, and that made sense to me at the time. But then when the rat race began, I started to work, started to try to be better than my colleagues, try to be better than anyone else. I forgot that I just had to be better for myself. I just have to compete with myself. And I let my ego to speak through me, to live my life, to tell me that, oh, you're not good enough for all the dreams that you have in your mind that you want to accomplish. You're not good enough for traveling the world and to inspire other people and to be free. To be free, you have to do this work. You have to be here since 9 to 6 p.m. This is your life. Accept it. That was a part of me and a part of the way I was living my life. That part of me was frustrated, was sad, was without power, But the other part of me was had a dream. The other part of me had a vision. The other part of me had faith. I don't know. This is strange. This is awkward. But I live my life mostly by the sad part of me, with the saddest part of me. On October 2012, I was trying to get pregnant. I decided on my mind that I wanted a child. But I only decided to go for it on October 2012, and I got pregnant at the first time I attempted. So that was amazing. But on that month, I was fired. So I think that the decision that I made and the action that I took to get pregnant, it was an inspired action because it was the perfect time to do it. I got fired, and it was perfect for me because that was a message for the universe telling me, Irina, stop. This is your moment. This is the time that this is your second opportunity. This is the chance that I'm giving it to you to truly be happy. And in a few minutes ago, I was speaking with a woman of a member of my team, and she was telling me, oh, when when I'm speaking about my children, I get emotional or I get weaker. And I said to her, that's why we have children. It's to how can we say? It's to go further. It's to tell me, Valerie, a word for this is to have children. Is to go further. Is to
grow.
To grow, to be our best version. Yeah. I think it's the term. Yes, thank you. It's to challenge us. And being a mother for me, it's living an inspired life, because sometimes, I'm human. Sometimes I just want to, don't tell me anything. I just want to live here. I just want to be quiet. And then I remember, Irina, you're a mother. You have to be your best version. You have to go and get it. You have to live your dreams, because you are raising a child. You are telling your child how things are supposed to be done. And I think all mothers think that they want the best for their children. So we all mothers have to do our best. We all mothers have to live an inspired life. And one of the things that I do daily is to meditate. And thank you, Valerie, for introducing me Agape, because when I'm meditating, and sometimes it's hard because sometimes our thoughts are just and we have to focus. But when I'm meditating, I feel that I am at home. I feel that finally I got home. And sometimes we are at home, just as I am now, but sometimes we are rushing and doing the dishes and thinking, well, what I'm going to do for supper, for dinner, or there are many thoughts on our minds, and we are stressed, and but when I'm meditating, I truly feel that I am at home, and my path is to go deeper inside of me, and I strongly advise you to do that also. Maybe if you don't do some meditation, it's easy. You can start with a few minutes, and then you are experiencing more minutes. Oh my God, my English today is very, I don't know, maybe it's because I was, sorry,
You're doing great.
I will improve it. Oh, sorry, but I'm feeling that sometimes it's easier. But I strongly advise you to do some meditation, to hear some audios, to read inspired books, because that's the way that we feed our mind and our soul. And by showing on these hangouts, we feed ourselves with positive things and thoughts and ideas, and that's what we want to transmit to you. It's to live a positive life, because if we can do it, you also can do it. You can learn it. It's easy. You just have to be willing and open to really live the life of your dreams. I think that's the secret, to be open to it. Don't you, Valerie?
No, absolutely. But your English is great.
Today I'm feeling like, but no problem. I'm not perfect, and I still have an online business that runs all around the world. So
there you go. Exactly. You don't have to be perfect. And that's the thing, is I'm so glad I listened to Take Inspired Action to do this, or I'd be stuck. I'd be rushing around right now to get my kids off to pre-care or something, so that I could spend hours and hours at a job that I just wasn't feeding my soul. So I'm just really grateful, and being able to talk about stuff like this, it's cool. It took Inspired Action. This is I get to talk about things that matter to me, like meditation and things like this. So, but for any of you that are watching this, the reason you're still here with us, it means that there's something that's resonating with you, and that's why you can click the button below, just to remove any of the wondering what the heck is in there. $7 is right now if you want to connect with us. That's something that's going on right now, and you can be on the inside with us and maybe here suggesting topics and being a part of what we do, which is just a piece of what it is. We've got a lot operating in the background right now. Like I could be, seriously, like as we're speaking right now, waking up and having sales at the moment. That's what's so cool about this, is we get to talk about what we do. But I'm going to pass it on over to Lucie. You're back on, Lucie. Yay!
Yeah, I think I've got connection now. We're all right. Yeah, I'm going to keep it as brief as I can, because I don't want to be on too long today. We hear the phrase, "Never let your heart rule your head." Everybody's heard that, yeah. We grow up being told that. Don't let your heart rule your head. We're taught to be sensible and logical and not to take risks and to prepare for the worst possible outcome. And we've all done that. We've all been there. But I just want to say that I really do think it should be flipped. Never let your head rule your heart. Do you know why? Because your head is connected, your mind is connected to ego. It's ego, which is conscious mind. Conscious mind is ego, which means you're going to follow what you think is sensible, what you think is right, not necessarily what is right in your heart. Now, your heart is connected to, well, it depends, whatever you want to call it, spirit, God, your higher self, whatever it is you want to call it. And the trick is to finding a balance between heart and mind. Now, I was scared to follow my heart, very, very scared. And I think everyone is, because it's a case of, am I worthy? Not good enough for that. Don't be silly. Don't be ridiculous. You've always been told you can only ever reach these sorts of heights. There's a ceiling. We are given a ceiling as we're getting older. Yeah? Yeah. Heart-centered living works. It really does work, but it takes some practice. And the more you practice trusting your heart, trusting your instinct, the more you train your mind to be in sync and to work together. It does take a little bit of time, But after a while, you start feeling safer following your heart issues, yeah? Following your heart, what your heart's telling you. It's because it is your higher self, yeah? I learned this the hard way, and I'm sure all of you have. You've all probably learned it the hard way. Long time ago, my first proper relationship, my heart was telling me there's something not right. I bought my wedding dress. We were getting married. It was all going ahead. But my heart was telling me something wasn't right. My instinct said, this is wrong, this is wrong. And I had a feeling that I wasn't the only one, yeah? Months and months down the line, I was told, you're silly, you're paranoid, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then the wedding was called off. And within a couple of months of the wedding being called off, 6 of my friends actually approached me and said, do you know what? You should have followed your instinct because you were right. You weren't the only one. And the worst thing about it was it wasn't just another one either. My instinct was right all along. I was never paranoid. And since that has happened to me, I have always followed my heart, not my head. Because my head can be filled with bump and information or any kind of rubbish that anyone else wants to put in it if I'm happy to take it on board. My heart, nobody can get in there but me. There's no one in there but me. So I trust my heart, not my head. Anyone agree with that?
I love that.
Yeah? This is spirit. This is connection. This is connection. This is probably 90% full of rubbish, gobbledygook, and everything that I've been taught since I was, well, for the last 42 years. Now, this doesn't get much of a look in anymore. That's my piece. Thank you.
I love it, Lucie. You're straight to the core and absolutely brilliant. Always. Yeah, absolutely. And I love what you said too. It's just like you're choosing not to take in the rubbish. You're choosing not to take it in from here to here, right? Because it crosses, but it's got nothing connected to reality, not true reality. I love that.
I'm not perfect and I'm not infallible, and things do get in there. Things get in there, and I doubt things, and I doubt myself, but it's just a case, like Irina said, oh, by the way, lovely, you speak English better than half the people I know who live in England. So you're doing really well, girl. Good girl. No, it's, I forgot what I was going to say now. She's laughing her head off. You do! You do! I forgot what I was going to say now. Carry on, ladies.
You were talking about, you're saying not perfect, but here's the dealio. All those thoughts, they flip through. They're out there. So that's the thing. They cross it. They're never not going to be there, right? They're never not going to be there because it's. I used to think that was the thing. I used to judge myself because the negative thoughts would cross until I realized that every negative thought that's ever been thought, it's still floating out there. It's like floating out there like radio waves or satellite waves or whatever, and we can pick them up. We pick them up consciously, subconsciously. You know, the difference is, do we take them in and give them a home? You know, like. I just remembered, yeah, Irina was saying about the meditation. Yeah. That's what my point was. That yeah, if I find myself getting negative and grabbing these thoughts as they pass by, then yeah, that's when I'll switch off. And you may have noticed I will disappear for a day or two. I'll switch off. I'll just disappear. I'll go off to the parks. I'll walk around the trees, whatever I decide to do. And it's not necessarily an on session, but it could be out in nature, or it could be just. And Sarita does this. Sarita will play the music. She'll put her music on, and yeah, that is a form of meditation. So you don't have to sit cross-legged, because I can't cross my legs anymore. My joints won't let me do it anymore. So so you don't have to be sitting on top of a mountain with your legs crossed to do a bit of meditation. Put your favourite music on, something inspirational. We don't necessarily want to put on I don't know, punk rock if we're trying to calm down, do we? But yeah, put some music on. Go out for a walk as long as it's sunny and as long as it's pleasant. Go and hug a tree. Go and hug a tree. Hug a tree. Hug a tree. I love that. Yeah, and nature. There's a lot of ways of. Yeah. By the way, meditation. You usually just sit upright, but there's a lot of different forms of it. But yeah, nature is a form of meditation. Being able to plug into that is a form of meditation. Reading something inspirational, allowing yourself to dive into that's a form of meditation. Yeah. Silence your mind. I love it.
Fabulous book. Fabulous book. Not slightly off topic, but brilliant.
Yeah. And don't think.
You know, Valerie.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Irina. Yeah.
Right. For instance, my husband, he doesn't like to do meditation, and he loves kite surfing. So he goes out for a couple of hours, and if he comes back home, feeling just more happier and more connected. And I think that's we all should have. Or if you don't like to meditate, you can pick one of your favorite things in the world, a sport, or go in the nature, just like Lucie told, or hear some music, or reading, or just looking at your children and connect. Because I think it's just what Lucie told. It's just opening your heart and connection. And it's amazing. Wow, I'm just getting my because when you feel connected, wow, it's so powerful, and you truly think, yes, I have something to do on this earth. Yes, I feel that this is the way to do things. Yes, I feel blessed with my life. And sometimes we just feel that, oh, when I have that car, oh, when I have that house, oh, when I have that shirt or that skirt or that hair colored in yellow, I don't know, whatever you want, then I will feel happy. And that it's not true. It isn't true. Because you have to feel happy with what you are right now that you are hearing us, or on the replay. Just now, this is the moment. This is the only moment that you have control on. And I started to do this feeling just happy, forgetting all the things that I want or want to do, and just feeling happy now, just grabbing the moment and enjoying it. Because sometimes we are just rushing and just wanting and desiring things that when we have them, we just feel, oh, is that it? Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to continue to look for something else. And you don't have to look for something else. You just have to look inside. I think that's very powerful when we live a life like that. Just connect.
Well, absolutely. There is a piece to it, though. I mean, I'm gonna just, with it about being. I think for me is like when you get in touch with that happy space, it allows you to take what I'm saying is about taking the inspired action. Like for me, I am so thankful that I did listen to take action, even and yes, it's not about chasing after something, but when we're here for greatness. We're here to live an inspired life and to express the wonder of who we are. And I knew, like you said, you knew for you it was to be home with your children. For me, it was same thing. I know that if I was going to a job at an office today to be an attorney, I can be happy in the moment, but also in that happiness have an awareness of a different way of life, right? Just sort of like, because I was able to understanding that we're not talking about compromising your life to certain situations. It's like a fine line with that. I don't know how to explain that. It's like a fine line where you're feeling the happiness in the moment. Because yeah, absolutely, it could be doing having the life that we do right now and still not be happy if you're not connected inside. But I guess it's that allowing yourself. It's a combination. It's allowing yourself to feel into the moment and feel the wonder of who you really are, and open up with an awareness of actually opening from that happy space, taking that next step and asking the question, what is it am I here to do in the moment? What can I do? How am I to live in this moment? How am I to give in this moment? What is it asking for what the inspired action is? To be the greatest part of ourselves, because I believe we're all here to unfold and grow, right? And give and be and express the most powerful versions of who we really are. And with that, for me, that's what led me here. That's what led me down this path. Because it was really clear to me that in order for me to express the most of who I want, like even having a conversation like this, being able to do this is what I get to do. This is kind of cool, you know, talking about this stuff, right? You know, for those of you that would love to be able to like talk about inspirational things and things that you love and actually get paid for doing it, you know, I mean, it's like that. It took a bit of courage for me to jump out of something that I knew into something that I didn't know, but just following my heart, going. And this where we are, this community, all this didn't even exist when I made the decision. It didn't even exist. So I was kind of like floating out there, and I made the decision. I said, I don't care. I don't know how. I don't know what. I don't know how. But my heart is leading me in this direction, and so therefore, I'm going to take the action, right? I'm just going to keep taking action, and then it'll unfold itself. And but having the joy in the moment, having the joy in the process is really important, as opposed to always reaching. I don't know. Does that make? I don't know, is that making? I know that's what you meant, but I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that's what you meant by it.
Yes, Valerie. Just want to give a quick example.
Yeah.
On the other day, I was reading an interview with a Brazilian actress, and she's a great actress. And she was telling someone, the journalist asked her if she was happy and if she was thinking that she was a good mother to their children. And she said, well, I think that I spent less time with them by being an actress. But I truly think that because being an actress for her is a true passion, she feels connected by being an actress. So she told that, well, if I wasn't actress, maybe I would have been a worse mother that I truly was. So I think that we all have to accept us and just doing the things that makes us feel good and inspired, because that will influence our children. For me, for Valerie, for Lucie, and Meital, we found our realization here in this project. But for you, it can be by being a medical, I don't know, an actress, I don't know, but just follow your heart and your dreams.
Absolutely. Meital, what's your take on all this?
So yeah, or maybe I can talk about when I started to really listen to my heart, because I was never doing that ever. I was always listening to what's logic, like Lucy said, we all guilty of that, and I was guilty of that for years. Just knowing that I need to work, at 5 days a week, no matter how many hours, and not really, and I didn't really have a goal. I didn't actually push myself towards something. It was also the circumstances. It wasn't just, it was everything, but nothing really. When I'm talking about that I'm talking about the last 9 years. When I'm here in Australia, I came from Israel 9 years ago. So when I'm thinking of it, I wasn't connected. It was like being on a what do you call it? Like a pilot mode. Not pilot mode. Autopilot. And you don't realize, and you know what? I never stopped working. When Adam was five months, I opened my own business, and I did family daycare. But then this didn't fill me up, because I needed people around me, and I needed something. I needed more. So I went back to do childcare for a while, and it wasn't until last year when I really engaged in the online business that I realized my potential, and I realized what I can in life. And I'm not talking about material, because I'm totally not a material person. I'm more of a spiritual person, but I didn't know that. So tapping into this and tapping into the big community we are part of helped me a lot. All the audios that were out there, and yeah, and even in the past when I tried to meditate, it was only to come to mind, because I was stressed. It wasn't really to gain something more, to develop myself, to develop my emotional capacity to, and it's only after I joined the online business where I met all these beautiful people and all this knowledge that was exists there. It was just there, and I just didn't have any. I couldn't reach it because in my mind I was back. I wasn't. I don't know how to even to explain that, but it was. I knew that something had to change. Like working 5 days for me wasn't. It's hard. It's hard for everyone. And you know what? I could put up with it. I'm young. I could, but I started questioning why. Why will you put up with it? I felt like there's more to life. I didn't want that. Even it's hard because I'm a single mom, and it's just and I have no family here. And I was thinking, like, if not now, then when? I mean, now is the time. So I told myself, like, even like, and it's all a journey, because for me to go online was hard because I didn't know anything, and I'm still learning. So I told myself, it doesn't matter how long it takes. At least you took one step, and that reduce your hours, your work hours in a day, past year. And I'm already doing it regardless. It doesn't matter if regardless of what I'm doing in my life. It's just something that you need to think in your head and ask for it. I don't know. Maybe help me a little bit, yeah, because I don't know how to put it in words really.
Yeah, no, you made a powerful decision to live in the way that you want to live. I mean, I keep thinking back, like, to Sarita. She couldn't be out today, but I mean, just as an example, she made this decision. She really wanted to be home with her kids, and her heart, she'd been home, but the money was running out, right? She's a little 4-year-old, little 2-year-old, I think, at the time. The money was running out, and what she had done in the past was daycare. She'd worked in daycares, so she knew what would happen. She knew how those little ones really need their mummies, as she would put it. She knew. The staff might tell you one thing, but she knew from the inside out what it was like, and there was no way in hell she was going to put her sweet little Nikki through that. And so she just said, she kept asking in her life, what do I, for me, what is it? For her, it's living in that space of happiness in the moment with her kids. And she wanted to continue living with that, right? She wanted to keep having that. And so she inspired action. Her inspired action was to, look at something online and came across, like some of you may have stumbled on this, who knows how you came across us, but, where she realized it is possible. It is actually possible for her to stay home. She didn't have to go back and get a job. She didn't have to go do that. And she had no clue what she was doing either. And she just kept, for her it was inspired action to do this, right? And big shout out to Sarita. She made, was it last month, a little over 13,000 American. Translate that to Aussie dollars for you guys, right? In her first 6 months of doing this, she made a little. She made 100,000 US, and within less than 2 years, another 2. She hit 200,000. Now she's on par for 250,000. I mean, income disclosure. I can't guarantee if any of you join to do what we do. We're not typical. We're not average, and rightly so, right? I don't want to be average. I want to be living my dream. I want to be living the life of joy and being able to say, what in the moment do I want to do, right? And you can, I mean, yes, you can have joy even in the moment in traffic. A few times I get myself stuck in that sucker because I forget what it's like to have that commute thing. And I'll find myself stuck in traffic, right, going, oh, right, what time is it? aha, yes, I'm in rush hour. I could have planned this a little differently. So I'm sitting there and I'm out in traffic, right? And I'll go into a meditative space while I'm feeling to everyone. It's like all these beautiful beings, and they want to be somewhere. You know, we're all amazing, and we're all heart, and I'll like feel into the heart, and all of a sudden it's like I'm connected, because I can see in LA. I don't know what you guys, but I can see it's like a sea of cars. You know, so I can see the sea of humanity right in front of me, right? You know, and I'm feeling into the energy of the sea of humanity, and feeling it, and I'm like getting my emotional high stuck in traffic, right? But so yes, you can have the joy of the moment anywhere. But I'm just so thankful that I made the decision to do so, you know, that I can have, you know, same kind of thing like Serena. So it's like, but you know, it's what that's given for her. Yeah, you know, can you have all that money and still not be happy? Yeah, but you can also have all that money and be happy, and have the freedom and the choices to live and do things, and you know, for your kids. So that's what I feel so grateful, is that I did listen to my heart. I did take inspired action so that I can be in, you know, in a position to have that, right? To be able to, you know, to live that way and make those decisions and do the things, you know, that you know, we all love to do. You know, like for example, if going out and what is it your husband does? What is it called? Sail. Irina, what does he do? He said he's just like
Kite surfing.
Kite surfing. Yeah, I did that once. Kite surfing. Yeah. You know, I was just so happy to be standing. I was like, I'm standing. I'm not falling over. But yeah, it's just like it's fun to be able to like have the choice to, you know, to have the choice of what it is that you want to do, right? You know, so that you can have the space and time to do the things that really, you know, open you up into feeling that happiness. Because I really feel when we're in that space, there's so much more we have to give. Whoops! Something just went bing in my phone. So
Valerie, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Because by being entrepreneur mothers, we feel happy for us for doing the things that we want to do, and to being able to be with our children. But we feel, I can speak for myself, I feel so happy when I see my husband getting time for himself and doing the things that he wants to, and just feeling relaxed. And when we can provide that to our children and our family, wow, we feel so grateful, and the frequency that we're on is just so good that we just want to tell other people and scream, hey, we're here, and this is your amazing opportunity to you also. And by being on these hangouts, I just feel that yes, I'm serving this community, because I want to share that if you that are hearing us on this Hangout Live or on the replay, if you are looking for your opportunity, if you are looking to run from the rat race, if you just want to find something, you don't know what it is, but you just want something, this is for you. This is your something. If you just want to work, if you are willing to work for your dreams, because as you said, Valerie, Sarita won a six-figure income, and by just working and applying all the knowledge that we teach here and that Meital was talking about. I also have a lot to learn. I'm doing this online business for 2 years now, and of course I now have a vision of all the things that I need to do, but I'm always learning. And I believe that if you stay humble and you stay with this attitude of learning, of taking action, you will do it also. You can do this also. If you are a mother, if you want to stay at home with your children, you also can do that. You just have to give it a try. You can do it on the link below. Sorry, Meital.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And and the thing is that it's just being able to, like, you know, do it around your kids, you know, do it around your life. Instead of having to work your life around your work, you work your work around your life, right? And so, you know, if you want the things that give you joy, you make those a priority. And the other one, you can work it around it. You know, do it when your kids are sleeping, do it when they're napping, do it, you know, there's things you can do while they're playing at your feet, basically, with what it is that we do. So that's what's beautiful about it. So, but yeah, anybody else have any other comments? Otherwise, we're gonna. And by the way, anybody that I've been checking the chat, but in the replay, you know, feel free to put your thoughts in. You know, what do you do? Maybe even some of the things that you love. What are the things that you do that help to bring you into, you know, into that place of, you know, listening to your heart and, you know, guiding you into inspired action? What are some of the things that you love to do? And Lucie, Meital, any other comments you want to hop out with?
Can I just read you guys a little poem?
Yes, please.
I love this. This poem is by, I'll get his name now, give him the credit. Where is he? Calls himself Mikey J. He has got a website, so if anyone wants to have a look. Right. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Don't rely on your brain, because your heart is your heart, but your brain you can train. And peace of the mind is when you find that you're aligned in body and soul, the same purpose, same desire. Nothing will stop you rising higher to the goal. So follow your heart. Follow your heart even when there's resistance from people you don't understand, who don't understand your existence. They'll come with theories as to who you are, your intentions, your motivations, blah, blah, blah. But they'll all be wrong to some degree, because only you can know internally. So follow your heart even when it might hurt, because some people will like to throw dirt. But if you're not true to yourself, you will ruin your health, because you try to convert who you are and what you feel to appeal to people who will readily steal your true sense of identity because of their insecurity. But that's not the way to be free. You'll regret letting your own sun set before it's had a chance to shine. So live and learn, try one more time, and always follow your heart.
Love that, Lucie.
It's wonderful.
I absolutely love that. Love that, love that, love that. And you know what I'm thinking? Anybody else? I want to end on that note. That's brilliant. Anyone else? Okay, I think that's absolutely amazing. And yeah, I don't know if you can copy paste that, throw that in the chat, whatever. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I am so thrilled for all of you that are here. We'll see you on the other side. We'll be back next week with our Sisters United Hangout. Connect with us. We'll be able to connect you into that. And I'm excited for those of you that have made the decision to connect with us, and we'll be seeing you in our community on the inside. And mwah! We'll see you all next week.